Hey again. So it's been a minute. I went after I made my last video, like the next day, and went to record this video I was thinking about making for a long time. 3 days. It was on my mind. I recorded the whole thing, feeling pretty good about it. I got called in to work, and then a bunch of other things happened. And I had family come visit for like a week. And so things were just like hectic. The first couple, I was like, I'm just going to record these and put them out there because if I don't just do that, they won't get made. That was what I needed at the time. And I kept thinking about how this other video ended up being, in that in order for it to be palatable, I would really have to edit it. I was okay with that. And that's something that I wanted to do. And then the more I thought about it, the more it was like that video just wasn't what I wanted it to be at all. And I don't think editing what I had there and like making the best of that would have helped after seeing like kind of what I had to work with to begin with. So now I'm at a point where it's been a week or two maybe since I recorded anything. And I kind of forgot there for a little bit about making videos. It was that easy to just be done. Or just not have it on my mind. I had today and I was like, oh, where should I go? What should I do? What shops are open? And I'm like, girl, what if you tried channeling this energy to make something other than a purchase? And then on my drive home, I was like, you're here. Why don't we try that again? And I got really excited about it again. And maybe I'm yelling. I'm sorry. You're right here. I don't need to be yelling. Hi. Hello. So I wanted to talk about um, the tools I have at my disposal for creating things, and what is stopping me from using them at the moment, like cognitively, maybe like functionally. Ask for a bit of help, get your ideas, just kind of talk about how difficult it is to make things. I forget where I heard it. Someone had said like, oh, the saying is like, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. But actually it's, do what you love and you'll work harder than you ever have. And that just rings so true to me. And these creative endeavors, they take so much effort because you care about them and you want them to be good. And after my two little, just shot in the dark YouTube videos that, people actually responded to, I think there's an audience there that want the same things that I want. And what I want is authenticity, and I want information. I want to be able to like watch things that can inspire me without making me feel like this guilty feeling of being trapped or feeling like I'm missing out. Like sometimes, when you like see someone and they're super successful and they're younger than you and you're like, what have I been doing with my life? Wearing the same hoodie I always am. Yeah. Or you see someone who has become just insanely successful over doing something and you're like, oh, I could do that. I should start doing that. Blah, blah, blah. And it's almost like this manic response to all of the time you've wasted. I don't want that. I don't like content that presents like an unattainable level of creativity or resource or whatever. I'm enjoying just being seized by the moment and seized by excitement and being like, I'm going to go talk to you. So let's talk about it. I'm going to show you some of the things that I have. And then when I went to use them, I was like, Oh, I'm not ready for this. Do we want to go into like semi detail? I have a 17 Pro iPhone. In addition, I have a Sony camera. It's a Alpha 7 III. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I have that. I met a guy in who owns like a pumpkin patch in the middle of nowhere, who used to be like a high school sports photographer, who put me on to the 7200 G2 lens. And that thing seems like the end game for lenses, but also it's like used, reasonable, still $2,500, which is like not, that's not in the cards right now. But I keep a tab open on my phone of eBay with that search and I just peruse it every now and again. I have this. This is the DJI mic mini. Comes with a case. It came with 2 little mics and a receiver. The receiver is plugged into my phone right now. I really like this. I got this because I have a small child who talks all the time, and it sounds hilarious because they don't really have a full grasp of the English language yet. And so it's been very fun to just toss one of these little microphones on them and watch them just run around and have these conversations, and to be able to record that, because their best conversations happen with themselves. And so it's like my own little treat to be able to kind of capture that, the babble. So that was the original reason that I got the mic set. This was $100 and it's been working out phenomenally. Really enjoying that. Came with a little bag. I'm trying to show you the tools that I have, and then if there's someone out there, like if you've used these, and the next one, I need your help. I need your help so bad. Let me just get into it first. Let me not like bury the lead here. This is an Ableton Move. This thing is so nice, it terrifies me, and so I just store it in the box because I don't know a better place to keep it safe. This thing is a brick. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's for making music, completely customizable. It's got so much built in. It comes with its own software that is like so dense. It connects to Wi-Fi, so you can hook this straight to your computer. You can also like just plug your headphones into it and use this as a standalone thing and just sit there and like make music and use your little knobs and dials and everything. And it's sick. And like the potential this thing has, like it's infinite. Like you can make anything with this. I was so ready. So, little background, I was classically trained musically when I was younger. Went so far into that realm at a young age that it just kind of imploded in on itself. Like I was too young to have like a work-life balance, and also too young to kind of deal with the environment of what fine arts becomes when you get to certain levels. And it can get pretty brutal up there, like classical music, any fine art really, like it starts to get pretty cruel and pretty cutthroat when you get up there, right? And I was still a teenager, and I was like, why are these grown people acting like the people I go to school with, only worse? Like the pressure, obviously, you don't start doing that sort of thing on your own super young. Like it was parents. And so parents being like, no, keep doing it. Only it wasn't that cheerleady. It was like, no, you're gonna keep doing it. So it was like a lot of factors. I was like, no, I hate this. And so I like quit everything forever. And so I was originally going to go to school for music. And I said, screw it, and did not go do that. I didn't even go to school. And I'm about to finish college now, a decade later, for a completely different thing. It took a lot of work to kind of repair my relationship with music, specifically like classical music, and like creating it. And so I started taking ballet classes with the local ballet company here. Oh my God, if I was not like so embarrassed. But it allowed me to be in that kind of fine art space and connect to the concepts in a completely different way, like in a physical way, but also be a complete beginner again and know nothing. And to start at ground level again and to kind of be reintroduced to fun and to learning and to not be good at something that's in a space that's adjacent to something that you used to be very good at. And so that kind of started rebuilding my relationship with everything. And I was like, okay, I actually really do enjoy this. I just need to rebuild this relationship on my own terms, with the goal, with the driving force rather, to be my love of it instead of perform, compete, be better, make money, rinse and repeat. You know? So anyway, this thing, it like the things that it can do are just infinite. And so the problem I faced was I cannot match the capabilities of this thing. When I first started playing around with it, I picked it up like 2 or 3 times before I was like, I need like an associate's degree in Ableton software to be able to understand and create and really use this in a way to do that. And the other answer to that is time, right? Like I need to take time to screw around with this thing. And they have classes, like little courses you can take and go through, and I was working my way through those, but there's a lot. When you work full time and you're a parent, and all of these things take time, it can be so hard to justify taking time away from a dinner or cleaning up or doing something. And I say that, but then in reality, am I actually that on top of my shit here? No, by no means. Like, really, I'm not out anything. I am not costing this family anything by taking a couple hours to do this. When I have the chance to do it, then it also becomes this pull of, I could do this, but also I could use a break. Like, I could also just shut my mind off and go watch Stargate. There's a book I read called The Stress Paradox. Essentially, it boils down to you need to introduce stressors into your life. Like, you need to have some sense of stress in your life in ever to truly feel relaxed or to not feel stressed. Like, you need to have that. Because if you're in a space where you're constantly striving to just do nothing or have nothing, you will feel stressed all the time. Because if your goal is zero, absolute zero, no movement, nothing, any iota of work or temperature change is going to be an exponential from what your baseline goal is. Is this pseudo therapy? Maybe. Oh, I guess I could have got this box out of the way, huh? This one, this guy, I need help here because I want to use this so badly. And the answer is like, just do it, right? This one's scary to me. This feels like when you're a kid and you get told to clean your room and you like step into the threshold of said room with fresh eyes and you can see it the way your mom sees it. And you're like, oh no, I have so much work to do. I don't know if this is a surmountable task. And as an adult, I can section it off and say, okay, little bits at a time. But the creative part of me is like, make something, do something. What are you waiting for? I don't know. Something incredible, I guess. Me too. Maybe I should keep this out. Maybe I need to take it out of the box first. Maybe that's the first step. And just keep it next to the keyboard or something. I have an iPad. I have the big one. It's the first generation of the big one. I love to draw on that thing. I use Procreate. So I'm thinking like that. Already using it. Like in terms of thumbnails or something, I could use that. That being said, I just updated to the latest iOS, which is 26 something, and she's chugging. It's rough. I'm super excited because I saw an announcement about Apple releasing their creative software, like a subscription thing, and that has, I think it's called Logic, and I wonder if I can't use this with that, because Ableton is sick, but goodness. In my past years, I played with GarageBand like a lot. And I know that's not really like something to put on your resume, but if Logic has like a similar anything, I wonder if I might find it more intuitive to use instead of trying to learn like a brand new thing. Maybe that would be like a better in if this thing can talk to it. $2.99 a month for all that. That makes me very excited. Using my iPad more to like edit. I also have a MacBook.
Oh, I have all of this.
If I heard myself when I was like a teenager, I'd be rolling my eyes so hard because like I'm at a place right now with the things and the tools that I have. This is unattainable for a younger version of me. And I'm very thankful to have these tools. And I understand I probably sound real whiny, being like, I have this stuff. I don't know. I've collected these things over time, but I have every tool I need to create whatever I want, really. And if I want to make YouTube videos and make music and dive more into that realm and be more creative and maybe make, if YouTube videos are the avenue to like push that, I don't feel the need to record every productive thing I do for the internet. That doesn't sound like a good time to me. I just want to have conversations with you. This is like my equivalent of thinking of you and just calling you up. You know what I mean? I've recorded this and it's getting a little long, right? So I think I'm going to edit it. That seems right. I think I'll cut it down a little bit. I've worked very hard on being able to sit and think of what I'm going to say next. That is not a thing that came naturally to me. Some people it does. Good for them, but also go away. I'm just kidding. Those moments of pause are something that I don't see in other videos. When I rewatched the videos that I threw up with no edits, it was kind of boring. So do we get rid of those? Do we keep them? Do we keep some? I wonder. Anyway, something to think about. But I am going to keep reminding myself that when I feel the need to go do a thing, that maybe the urge doesn't need to be directed to going to a store and looking at new shinies. Because I think that's the pull, is like something new. Go look at something new, go experience something. what if we just like turned that a little bit and into go make something new? Go make something that's not a fucking purchase. Yeah, we'll see how this works out. Please, 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 if you have any other advice about the Ableton, about any of it, please let me know. I think the Apple thing comes out on the 28th. I think that'll be a good motivator, good tools to like really kind of amp up the production that we're doing here. You know, whatever production that is. We're still recording videos on the phone. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, I think that'd be good. All right, that was it. Thank you. Hope y'all have a good day. How do we end these? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I'll see you.